Osun State. You are welcome back onto another edition of Newspaper Review, the platform where we make you, we take you across the length and breadth of what happened in the society and beyond it. And today is not going to be different. We have a greater number of Nigerian dailies. I can tell you that we have about 18 Nigerian daily this morning for your enjoyment, and just sit back and enjoy the entertainment. And today, as usual, we are going to take you through all the human endeavor. We will start from the security aspect. We move on to business also. We move on to governance. Likewise, we talk about our business this morning. And I can tell you that education is not going to be left behind this morning. Likewise, we are going to take you into what is trending in terms of the prices, and politics is also part of what we are discussing this morning. And we are going to take you across the country and beyond the country. We are going to give you foreign stories so that you can know the relationship between Nigeria and the world, and you can be able to compare what is trending in your environment to what is trending somewhere else, both the show of this country. Therefore, if you are part of the show today, possibly you are watching OSBC television from any part of the world through the social media, Facebook and the rest, you are going to find it a very memorable. Let me just give you a few of the papers that we have for you this morning. We have Leadership Newspaper Business Day. We have a Nigerian News Direct, Nigerian Tribune is also here. The Guardian is not absent. Likewise, New Telegraph is going to be for your enjoyment, and Vanguard is there. The Punch is also going to point some things to your hearing and to your view. And the Blueprint is there. The Daily Times is going to give you a very good time. And the Matrix is also in the studio with us. The First News is here. Daily News Hub is also here. The Nation newspaper is much here there. And Daily Trust is among the paper I've already reviewed this morning. Daily Independent is also part of us. Then the Point, as well as the Sporting Extra, is part of what you are going to enjoy today. If you are part of us, then you are going to enjoy it. We promise you. And whatever things that you are able to sacrifice to watch this show, you are going to find it. Well, let me just give you the major points contained in few of the paper before we go in depth into the paper from the front point to any part of the paper. Let us start from Leadership Newspaper this morning. The biggest story contained in Leadership is saying that police uncover foreigners plotting regime change. Then from Business Day, we have petrol price saying eating 1,300 naira per liter. That is NNPC cash crunch. Then from Nigerian News from Nigerian News Direct first, we have this one: protest not reasonable, release and bad governance detainees. Britain fires back at Nigerian federal government. From Nigerian Tribune, we have this one from the oil company NNPC to be sole buyer of Dangote PMS. A report revealed that one. Then we move on to the Guardian. The Guardian this morning saying insecurity, secessionist agitations, deep FDI trade in Southeast state. Then from New Telegraph, we have this one: flooding may get worse in coming days. NHYPPA DEC warns that. Then from Vanguard this morning, we have this one: anxiety as pump price of petrol raises towards 1,405 naira per liter. Then from the Punch this morning, we have PDP governors. Wiki may clash as NWC meets on Wednesday, that is tomorrow. Then from Blueprint, we have the biggest story saying police place 20 million naira bounty on wanted Britain. Nigerian overplot to topple Tinubu. Yet from Daily Times, we have this one: federal government charges 10 NSAS and bad governance protesters with treason. And from the matrix this morning we have Dangote's petrol conundrum, why exports might be the only option. Then from First News this morning has this as the biggest story. I'm not a fugitive ready to face Nigerian authorities. Then from Daily News Hub, we have this one on the same case. Britain accused of plotting to overthrow Tinubu speaks from hiding, fight back. Then the Nation newspaper is the next. From Edo 2024, there is a bigger story there. Then treason, police place 20 million naira bounty on Britain, Nigerian. Then from Daily Trust is next. Boko Haram kills many farmers, others in fresh Yobe attack. The Daily Independent says Britain, Nigeria wanted for plotting to overthrow Tinubu. Okay, let us now look at the rider to that one. Okay, before we go to that one, let's look at what the point has for us this morning. Alleged plot to overthrow Tinubu. Police place 20 million naira bounty on Britain, Nigeria. Okay, let us look at them one by one and look at the rider and other beautiful story. Let me start from the one relating to everybody's affair. NNPC's debt admission worsens fuel scarcity. Then we have this one, 2027. Atiku Obi Kwakwaso in talks to produce candidate. PDP says that. Then the biggest story that I told you earlier, which says that police uncover foreigners plotting regime change, and we have the rider to that one saying the clear British citizen Andrew Wayne wanted. Then I'm ready to answer questions. That is the suspect says that. They arraigned 10 by governance protesters. Then from beside the store, beside the paper, we have this one. Our report will reposition livestock sector. Jega committee says that. Then banks deposit with CBN rise by 104% in 3.8 trillion naira. Oh. Then from education story, we have this one. NYSC JAMB denies role in HND candidates exclusion. Let us have a short break. How that one, then you are going to meet with my case. Let us have a short break. Review with Adeleke. My guest on the show is Comrade Yusuf Amusa, who is going to be giving us the justice into this one. Let us just take it from education story. Good morning first.
Good morning, sir.
How are you, sir?
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Okay. Yes, the story says NYSC JAMB denies role in HND candidates exclusion. You can remember that they are talking about HND being for a particular condition that they want to exclude them. Anybody who doesn't have IT and some other things like that. Then what is your take about this?
Good morning, our viewers at home. So as regards that, now that UTME, though the other time, the people think that it was the responsibility of the JAMB officers that give admission to the HND holders. But now the UTME boss has come out in clear term to say that they are not in charge of that. That the responsibility of that is charged in the higher institutions, the various institutions each of the HND holder attended. So it is only those that pass through the OND that the JAMB are responsible to give admission to. Now, it is no more it was not it is not associated, the fact that they are denied the NYSC program is not as a result of the fact that the JAMB is responsible. So they have to go back to their normal level and retrace their steps. What are the NYSC officers talking about? They are saying that these people, they manipulate the IT process. They don't even attend the IT process. They don't even attend, and they don't get the actual training they are supposed to have achieved through the IT time. So as a result of that, they should go back to the IT when they have that certificate for it and they show it up. Then they will be given the opportunity and obliged the opportunity to go and serve at the end of the day. So I think it's a good development because it will acquire them some experiences and they will be able to acquire some skills that will be useful for them in their daily activities and even in their career. It will be an added advantage for them to deliver to the inspirations and the yearnings of the Nigerians in terms of their careers. It's a good development. It's all welcome. Then everybody should know that something should be done the way it should be done so that we can achieve what is meant to achieve at the end of the day.
You can remember what happened recently during NBAD governance detainees. The news direct says something about it, saying that protest not reasonable. Release NBAD governance detainees. Britain fires back as federal government.
You see, some of the, when we say in democracy, it is allowed to protest. But you said it should be limited to peaceful protests. But at the end of the day, we see that people, they make away with the properties of the citizens and they destroy government properties as well that are worthy of millions of naira. And that is why the government say this should not be escalated. And if it should go, should continue like that, it's going to be led to another thing entirely. Look at what happened recently as regards the protests as well. They are accusing some people and pointing accusing finger at them that their even idea is to topple the governance and to topple the government. No government will just sit down there and see you who are wanting to topple them at the end of the day. So as a result of this, I think whenever a protest is to be carried out, it should be logically monitored and it should not be escalated to the extent of destroying the properties. And because it's at our disadvantage, whatever property you destroy today is for the benefit of the citizens. So the Nigerians, we play with them with every sense of responsibility that whatever protest you want to stage, please stage that protest within the pretext of what the constitution says and not going to the extent of destroying properties. And for the external influences on this protest as well, we are just saying that they should let Nigeria be, and they should let us run our governments in the way that it is meant to be run. Because at times, when they intervene and when they influence our governance, we discover that it is not at our own advantage. It is just for their own personal aggrandizement in some section of the cases. So for the part of the government should have done the needful. So if the government has done the needful and they don't push people to war, people wouldn't have come out to say we want to stage a protest, because you must liaise with people and say whatever and let people be clear with what your mission of staging a protest. Their mission of staging a protest, it was that perhaps they are being cheated in some section of the cases and their rights have been thwarted and they want to fight their rights. And there is no way when people feel that they are the pain they feel in the country is too much, they are pushed to war, they want to revolt it.
Okay, from blueprints we have this one related to what we have discussed. Police place 20 million naira booty on wanted Britain, Nigeria over plot to topple Tinubu.
You see, that's what we are actually saying. So look at if we don't even know how truthful is that information, but whatever it is, if somebody should be connected to the fact that they are in the mission of toppling an existing government, a government that was democratically elected, and we all voted for him, and at the end of the day, it was declared by INEC, and we know the process of even removing the president. If you want to remove the government, you have to wait for the next 4 years or 2 or 3 years. Then you have your power on your thumb. You go to the 14 points, then you remove him when you want to remove him. So the attempt to do that is to put the entire country into a chaos, into a state of fiasco, whereby no people will settle in the country. So it is not possible that you remove a government, you topple a particular government in a particular country, and you don't need to war. It will lead to ethnicity, the war of ethnicity, ethnical war, and it's not even religious war. Some people will say it was because it is the Muslim that is ruling, it was the Christian that removed him. Some people will say it was because Yoruba is ruling, that is why Hausa were in corner to remove him. Then you begin to engage in yourself in a warring activities. So we are saying that this should not have happened in a democratic setting. We know the process of removing whoever you want to remove, and you should even support the governance. It has been voted for, it has been declared by the authority, the empire, which is the INEC, that he will spend the next 4 years. Let's wait for him. The 4 years will soon be around the corner. Then you have the power to remove whoever that you want to remove at the end of the day.
The government accused some of these protesters of doing something contrary to the law. That is why Nigerian News Direct says, protest not reasonable, release embarred governor detainees. Britain fires back as federal government. What concerns?
That's why I say the external, the British, they should carry out their feasibility study, the investigation about these issues before they can come out to say that it is not reasonable. Now the government says it's reasonable, and the police say they have the fact that what they were doing was to topple the existing government. So you are saying no to it. I don't know where the British government got that fact, and the government say they have their own fact as well. So we have some things that are in contrary to each other. So let the government of Nigeria come out with their facts and let them be charged to court. If at the end of the day court find out that they are not guilty, they can be released. If the court find out they are guilty, I think from my own perspective, it may not be the opinion of the general public, but from my own perspective, that let us punish the offenders. When you punish the offenders, it's going to serve as deterrent to others that might have the same mission to topple the government at the end of the day. Because if any government, if they are able to succeed in toppling the existing government, we know that every one of us we are going to suffer for it. So in that wise, the government should not allow injustice to becloud their sense of reasoning. They should do something the way it should be done, and if at the end of the day anybody is guilty of toppling an existing government, the person should be punished, and if they are not, then the government should release them and set them free.
We move on to what affects everybody from business day. Business day says petrol price seen eating 1,300 naira per litre on NNPC cash crunch.
At times, when you hear some news, you see it is unhearable. It is unpalatable that this time that we are saying that the amount that is existing already, the existing price of the petroleum, we are not happy with it. Then another is adding to it. I don't know where this is leading us to. In fact, I think our government should be sincere with the way they govern us in this country. And the government should have come out to say, if at all there is going to be escalation in the price of the petroleum, they should have come out to say that we are going to experience. But what the government is saying every day is that very soon there shall be reduction in the price of petroleum. But the reverse is the case today. And you know that once the price of petroleum is to increase, it's going to have adverse effect on the entire economy, because the means of conveyance of the commodity from one location to another, there is no way the price seller will not, the suppliers are not going to add that to it. And the other time, the government was saying very soon they have ordered all the marketers, all the sellers to receive the price of their commodity to a particular. I don't know where the fixed price in the world and the economy goes where. It is not possible, because you are not considering their inputs. What they buy, how much they buy it, you don't control that, and you are saying they should be selling at a particular price. Can somebody that is reasonable, a rational consumer or a rational supplier, sell below the price he purchased a particular commodity? It's not possible. So the government should find something, a lasting solution to the issue of the motto spirit, or what is it called in this country, so that every aspect of the economy, even if you are coming to work, you know how much of money you hear in the month, then how much do you take Okada, how much do you take the bus to the place of work? the workers are tired of it, the sellers are tired, the buyers are the entire citizens of the country are tired of the escalation in the price of the commodity from time to time. So the government should come out in clear terms to address this issue logically, so that every Nigeria can be better off and they can have the opportunity to live the life that is expected of them to live.
Nigerian Tribune also hit the same point from a report revealed, saying that NNPC to be sole buyer of Dangote PMS.
NNPC, you see, what we are saying is that it's not about the NNPC, it's not about even the Dangote. What we are after is that we want to feel the impact of the good economy on the citizen. Then that is monopoly anyway. If the NNPC is going to be the sole buyers of we know the meaning of monopoly. If it's not well regulated, they are going to maneuver everything for their own personal aggrandizement. I think if NNP and the NNPC, I think they have their own control price in which they sell the product to the people, and the NNPC should please. And NNPC, I don't know, maybe perhaps they are going to be the only suppliers of this thing, because how many NNPC filling stations do we have in Osun? How many do we have in Ibadan? So they are not enough to supply to give their outlets to the people so they should try to make sure that the way in which they handle the case of petroleum in this country is in such a manner that everybody will feel the good impact of selling this product to the people, and the price at the end of the day is able to be reduced to expected level.
And the matrix also contribute to this development, saying Dangote's petrol conundrum, why export might be the only option.
Look at that. That's a contrary opinion, that the export might be the only that we instead of the crude oil should be sold to Dangote. Now the matrix is saying that exports perhaps maybe we don't know this mission anyway. Maybe he's thinking that
is on ground to make profit.
To make profit.
Selling it outside.
Outside, you see. And then what is the essence of the establishment of this the refinery? I think when you wanted to establish this refinery, you said it was meant to take care of the people of this country. Now you are saying you are more interested in selling it or in exporting it because of the profit. The only mission is profit oriented. I think we should be sincere with one another in this country and know that people are really suffering. So why is it that something we have will be suffering for it? Why must we take, when we have not satisfied the citizens of the country, then the products that is meant to be used to satisfy people in the country, to take care of their welfare, then you are taken out of the country. I think something needed to be done, and the governments need to regulate these activities that is likely to happen in the future, because it's not going to be of help to our economy, because the money that is supposed to be injected to our economy now will be for the benefit of the economy of the neighboring towns or the developed countries of the world. This is not good for our economy.
On security again, our Daily Trust has this one, is very, very sorrowful. Boko Haram kills many farmers, others in fresh UB attacks.
Again, look at that.
Farmers in particular.
We don't cherish the lives of our citizens. I think the priority, the sole aim, and the duty, the first duty of every government, good government, is to provide security for the people.
Even the burn houses, shops,
the property that
government plans mass burial.
Look at that. There should be ways. I don't know why the Boko Haram stuff and the bandits and the likes, they have power over our security, over even the army. We know army or the Nigerian army to be regimented, to be formidable and the likes. Now the Boko Haram and the likes, they are overwhelming our army. They have overwhelmed our police. They have overwhelmed every security sector in this country. So they will just come out in one day and say they have destroyed the lives and properties of the so. So I think we should value life. This is the high time the government wake up from the slumber of lackadaisical attitude towards the security. We government declare to us that they don't have ability or they don't have power to overwhelm all these the people that are committing atrocity in the society. So I don't know, and I don't know, perhaps some people they are in connivance So though whoever that think that, I think there should be value orientation across board from the grassroots to the top to address the issue of insecurity. So especially those people that are betting crime in our society.
I want to appreciate my guests for your contribution, Comrade Yusuf Amusa. Thank you very much for being my guest today. His editorial advisor has been Motunrayo Ayegba, and producer is Oluwa Tony Yusuf. My cameraman James Awotele, Victor Adeleke Busari, MC Jumake Oladipupo. Thank you, Strikecaster Adeola Akande, and GB on the other days. Thank you very much. This is the convenient point. We are going to draw the cover because you are going to meet our colleagues again on the same seat tomorrow at the same time. Bye for now.